Let me start with the introduction for our both the guests here. Tony Singh was born in India and moved to the United States in 2003 to get his graduation degree in electrical engineering at the University of Texas at Arlington. While in school, Tony met his wife Crystal there. He always believes in giving back to the community, as in evident by his continued volunteering efforts with the Little Elm Police Department, the Little Elm Fire Department, Citizen on Patrol, Make 380 Safe to Group, and also served as a commissioner on the Town of Little Elm Planning and Zoning Commission. One of Tony's main goal is to get more residents informed of what is happening with their town and get more involved. Below is one of his favorite quote that motivates him to continue to volunteer and serves the community. The quote goes like, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. Next guest and the moderator of the session is Ms. Shanu Mehta. Shanu Mehta started her personal journey from a small town of India called Nimach in 2010 and has now taken her company to be headquarters at New York and is ranked 245 fastest growing American company by INC.com. She's also member of Forbes Business Council and has authorized various articles on entrepreneurship. She is a professor of entrepreneurship at Indian Institute of Management, Indore, Renaissance University, Indore, Massachusetts College, Cyprus fostering entrepreneurship in the scholars. She is also invited regularly to World Economic Forum at Davos. She is featured among top 100 most influential women in accounting and finance in 2020 by Practice Ignition. She has also been awarded with Global Achievement Awards at SWEEP 2022 organized by Madhya Pradesh government. Welcome, Shanu.
Thank you, Nasa.
With these two great personalities here sitting, we are going to discuss tonight majorly about women financial literacy and empowerment. And we are also going to touch upon the subject and topic towards how things are moving in today's industry, in today's community. I will give it to you, Shanu, to take over and start the discussion.
So it's a pleasure to meet you, Tony. I've heard great things. I've read good things about what you're doing for the community. I want to start by knowing a little bit about where you grew up, how was your childhood, and what makes you the person who you are today.
Hey, it was nice meeting you, Shanu. So I grew up in, I'm from actually Haryana. My parents from Haryana, but I born and brought, my dad was in Indian Navy. So I'm born and brought up in Bombay and Visakhapatnam. So because of a Navy thing, I traveled a lot, seen most of India. So being a defense brat, my father always believed in serving, helping others, people in need. So I always have that thought of helping the community is always ingrained in me by my dad and mom, because every time they say everybody can serve, like Martin Luther King said, you don't need to be like, you don't have to money. You just need to have time and a heart of serving, and you can do that. And when I came to America, I got more opportunities to do that. So I just kept doing it, what I like to do. So that's basically it. I think I give everything credit to my parents, my mom and dad, to put that in me to helping others.
Beautiful. When you migrate to any other country, what is that first thing that surprised you, or what was the most surprising thing about United States when you first came in?
Well, the first thing surprising when I was driving is like all the, I came in US in 2003, so I never seen big highways and everything. So that fascinated me, like have a crossroads. Then surprised me, simple thing was like big, because again, I lived in Bombay, but came from middle class family, so never seen a lot of things up there. Going to fast food was like it's a simple thing, but going to fast food was like a big thing for us back in India. I remember one time I went to McDonald's, I was like, man, I have to save the money for a couple of months to go to it. But this was a normal routine for us up there. But the biggest thing is like the opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities to do different things, and people judge based on what you do, not what kind of job you do. It doesn't make a difference what your role is. They always have respect for it, and that's what's the great thing about up here. I learned.
Interesting. So I found out that you are an engineer by profession, and that's probably would have been your bread and butter. How did you navigate into politics? What was that point where you felt that, okay, now I need to formally get into something like a position of power and position of, maybe to be able to do something in a more effective way or for a larger audience?
So I always believe in volunteer. Like when I came to in 2010 or 11, I moved to the town of Little and I always believe in volunteer. I was always joke around that. I always like if there's something wrong, I used to send an email to the town staff. Hey, this is not fixed. Please work on it. And they gave me an idea that hey, rather than being a keyboard warrior, why don't you come and learn how town operates? So I went to the town. I learned how town works, and it fascinated me. Then I learned about the opportunity to volunteer in town. So for a couple of years, I just volunteer. Me and my wife, we continue to volunteer up there, and I always have like Nanda can tell you that I always have ideas to give to a lot of people, but it never got implemented. So one of the town staff says, sometime, if you want to make a change, you be the change, right? Yeah. So that's why I decided. I gave some ideas to the current council, and I didn't work out. So I said, hey, why not run and make a change? At least let's see what happens. And my wife says to me, and she's American, I'm Indian. She said, I was very doubting myself, like, hey, because there's not a lot of population of South Asian up here, but I really wanted to make a difference up there. So she said, even you're not going to win, you're going to be example to a lot of people how to do this thing. And luckily I got blessed at it. It was a great 3 months of running campaign, but we won. And not only I can help Indian community, but I'm able to help a lot of American community through my, after that I started my own couple of nonprofits and stuff. So yeah, it was just accidental being into politics, and I still call I'm a volunteer rather than a politician because it's more for me to volunteer every day.
You mentioned that when you came to the city, you used to find things which were not going well, and you used to write emails to the council or the people responsible for that. Would you remember what was the first thing you didn't like and then you wrote about it?
So I don't exactly remember, but I think it was maybe related to something. The sidewalk. So as every other Indian, I used to go over walks. So if the sidewalk, so up here, the way it works is like you have a house and you have a sidewalk in the front of the house. So a lot of times sidewalks ups and downs. And I'm a pet lover, so we had dogs. So as everybody, like you walk the dog, but you're on the phone. So rather than blaming that yourself, you blame the road. So I used to blame that. And then I was like, okay, this is very in-depth. And I learned one thing in America is like you have, the structure is very unique. Like, for example, we talked about Indore a few minutes back. So in the city is run by different things. They have the tax money, so they run the city up there. So the people are very easy to reach out to. So that's the way I remember. I think that's what the first thing I did. I'm not sure about it, but yeah. Think so.
But this is new, that you wrote to them and they said that, why don't you join as a volunteer? So I think your first stride would have been volunteering for the city, right?
So city have like in our city, so it was not one email. I used to continuously bug them or call them and talk to them. I think I called them too. So I always joke, I was a complainer first, then a volunteer later. So what happened in up there's a program called in our city, our new town manager had a program called Citizen Government Academy, where there are 8 weeks of program. They teach you how city works. So every week, each department of the city, like first week, you learn basic city governance. Second week with police department and fire department. Third is public works, who take care of the roads. Then next is park and recreation. So you join different departments and you learn about it. So that's what I did. So after learning all different departments, they have this called Citizen Police Academy and Citizen Fire Academy. So you learn the role of police and fire, because that's the biggest part of a city job is provide a protection to people, provide right resources. Police services and fire services. So I joined that program to learn more, and then it became to volunteer because they always need volunteer to different things. So I just joined the volunteer up there.
The second thing I want to understand from you that you always profess that the city should know, the citizens of that particular city should know that what is happening in their city.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a marketing campaign, or is there a communication campaign that you started? Because I know that you've been doing the beach Diwali. I know that you have great passion for sports, and you're going to come up with a probably like a cricket academy, or maybe a stadium or something of that sort. But what I'm trying to understand here is that, do you have a communication strategy in place to let the city know that these are the plans and how they can get involved in the awareness programs?
Yeah, so when I joined the city, we used to have like one person. In fact, we didn't have a full-time employee for marketing. Eventually, we had like now we I think 4 or 5 people in our citizen marketing department, which keep you updated. We have a great marketing lady, which because a lot of information we get is from Facebook or people emails, but Facebook is the biggest thing. People start talking on Facebook before they tell you something is wrong, so you learn from Facebook. So we have person who monitor Facebook now, give update on Facebook. We have this called main sale because our town is next to a lake, so we call sale thing, but it's newsletter which we send weekly, could update on that. So hiring a lot of people, that was one of the things we did. We also focus on, so Citizen Government Academy have a lot of graduates. So what city have is like they have different programs, like a different planning and zoning commission. So they have different things where people join the board to give the input to the city. But there was a limited number of seats. So we have a citizen government alumni program where we update the alumni and they become our messenger to the community. Like, for example, when I live in this community, I know exactly what's going on in town. If they want to talk to or somebody, who to reach out to. So we focus on that. So a couple of things like that we did. And that helps a lot. And I think having more employees and then having programs like this helps a lot to us. Again, we're not perfect. Every day is like you still miss the mark, but we keep either making videos, making email campaign, marketing campaign. We try our best.
Interesting. I've learned that you have been re-elected in 2022. So this is your second term going on as a council member. So tell us about how is the feeling when you were re-elected, being a Southeast Asian, being given or shouldering on such a responsibility to benefit all the communities that must be living in the town. How was the feeling when you got re-elected, and what were the challenges that you faced while the second term was beginning?
So it's always a great feeling when you win an election because you don't know how it's happening up there. Luckily I got it this year. Like first time I ran, I got 55% vote because we have 3 people. Last year around 80% vote, so that confidence of people was great. But if you ask my wife, I was like not worried about 80%. I was worried about the 20% people who are not happy with me. So it's always the challenge. Like there are people you're not able to reach. They not understand your vision, so you work with them because people who agree with it, you're always going to be there with you. But people who disagree with it, they'll make you better. So that's always there to see what's going on. But it's a blessing when you have a position like that because South Asian community in every area is growing more and more. And I think I believe that I've given this opportunity to connect South Asian community with American community because I still see the thing is we live in a silo. A lot of South Asian community, which they want to do great things, but they don't know how. Right. Yeah. So because of me, sometimes it becomes easier for me and stuff like that. I know a lot of youth, my biggest focus on the youth, because this will be they'll be their homeland for them because they're born here, brought up here. So goal is to like get them more involved, right? I always say that our culture is very giving culture, Indian, and a lot of people don't know how. So I became medium and stuff like that. So it's a great opportunity to help. And same thing, a lot of American culture and there are a lot of values up there. So best of both worlds to do it. So yeah, it's a great honor to be being elected and helping the community and getting more Indian community involved in this process. So it's a great feeling.
Super. Tell us a little bit about this new initiative, Diwali at Beach.
So it's started 2 years back. It's I've been thinking about, like I always said, I believe our culture is a lot of giving culture, and a lot of people when I joined the council, there was one day topic coming up. Hey, why we have lights on in October? And why not on the New Year time? So I was that day I was missing the council meeting, was traveling. So I called my town staff, hey, don't make the rule because we celebrate the word thing called Diwali, and that's why people put the lights. It's a culture of lights, festival of lights. And so I've been talking to my friend all the time, like, hey, I want to do this thing. For 5 years, I had this vision that, hey, we'll do Diwali, we'll bring Indian community come together, but the goal is to bring American community to come together, enjoy Diwali with us. And so so I say, okay, well, let's do it. Let's worst case scenario, what will happen? We'll do it. It's like a couple hundred people come, or a couple, maybe 1,000 people come, and we decide to do it. And I still remember talking to my best friend, and I said, they say, how much budget? I said 10 grand. He said, you pay five, I pay five. I said, let's do it. And I thought only like few hundred people come. And that day at 4 o'clock, people kept coming and coming, and our budget kept going up and up and away. I remember we had like $10,000 budget, but then we spent 15,000 just on fireworks show.
Wow.
And that happened because a lot of community members really helped us. A lot of people who came helped with our vision. So we kept adding more. And that first year, like a lot of people came, and a lot of American people who came, and they saw the fireworks show, and they relate to that. Hey, we have this called Festival Lights. So that's where Indian community set up lights way earlier. Now, this is my third year, going to be on October 1st. And funny thing is, people know that. And people, like, if somebody in the neighborhood, it makes a smile on my face if somebody say, why somebody is putting lights so early? And they say, oh, Indian community celebrate Diwali, that's what you do. And not only that, I always attach a good cause to it. Like last couple of years, we've been either with the food bank or other initiative, we do that. So last year we gave $2,500 raised, which we gave to the food bank. So yeah, it's always put my smile on my face. It's like a lot of painful for till you do the event. After the event, it puts smile on your face. But yeah, that's a great thing.
Super. And you were talking about that your one of the focuses on the youth. And I think from the work you have done, I mean, you are a good advocate of bringing youth to the forefront or making more leaders, cultivating more leaders out there. How you're going about it? I'm sure you've been reached out by a lot of youth for volunteering work and for the other things. But how do you cultivate the future leaders?
So we have this program called, we have a nonprofit called LEAF, Little Lamb Angels Foundation. So I do a lot of volunteer opportunities. One of the things is food bank. So once a month we do a food bank and we volunteer, because I always believe that, you can give money, but I think giving your time is the biggest thing. And a lot of kids who are born and brought up here or lived up here, they think like everybody have born and brought up with all the resources, but then you see a lot of people are not blessed. So taking them there, showing them what it is and stuff, really make them think. I remember one of my friend's daughter, one time we took her to give some bicycles, to donate some bicycles. We bought some bicycle to give during Christmas time. And she was like, oh, that's it. And she was very surprised because she used to get bigger gifts and stuff. And we told her like a lot of people are not blessed. And then come next her birthday, she saved the money and gave it to us so we can collect more funds up there. This year we started a new program called Backpack Drive, but led by the kids. Because a lot of kids who go to schools, they don't have backpacks or not the new backpacks up there, and they want to get new stuff. So this year we did a backpack drive run by the kids for kids. So we did that program up there. Next year, my program I want to do is like have a leadership program where they 8-week program where they learn about the leadership skill set. And I always tell them that either you want to go into politics or do any community work, or you want to open a business, do something like that. If you have a job, you're doing the same thing your parents doing. But if you open a business, you're doing something which nobody else did it and stuff. So let's see what happens next year. My goal to have a leadership program. It's a free program, everybody like for 8 weeks or so. See how we can work it out. Yeah.
Beautiful. And what about women? How do you get more women involved in the good work that you're doing? Or if, as you said, entrepreneurship, do you have plans to start like a leadership and entrepreneurship program, especially for women?
So it's not specifically, but women play very important in all the nonprofits. The nonprofit we have is like, we have 4 families, so there are 4 women and 4 men, and I can tell you that women do better job than guys do up there. And I can tell you my wife is more active than me. If she run against me, she'll win it any day. So women are there, but we don't have a specific program for the, for the literacy. But I can give you an example, like my goddaughter, I'm Indian, my wife is American, our goddaughter is Mexican. So we always educate them that the importance of being, even now she's married, but you have to have stand up your own legs. You have to have financial values up there. So I never did that teaching to everybody else, but always tell her like that. And I'm always very proud that she was like 24 years old. She bought her house, um, nearly half paid off. She have two cars which paid off. So focus on that. But I never, because there are a lot of different programs up here with run by states and everything. So that focus on literacy, but never did a program for the women. But it's not that women don't have important role. Majority of the programs we do, it's run by the ladies. Even Diwali thing, whether it's my wife, Kavita, Shalu, they all partner our members. They do the big portion of it. But surely working with partners like you, because one of the goals for our nonprofit is we have like 5 goals. One is you can volunteer. Everybody can volunteer. One is support to schools, teachers, and students. One of the things is police and fire. One of the things we can see is like hunger. And the last thing is we cannot do everything by ourselves. But what you can do is you can partner with the right partners and support them. And so that's one of the goals. Because I really, if I say, hey, I can do everything, no. I always look for new good partners where we can support them. It's in best of both worlds. We can help them out. So that's one of the things up there. I think we have another members up there. They had their school in Tamil Nadu up there. Their girls didn't have restrooms up there. So we worked with another group, and the other group was doing that. So we donated to that group who helped the restrooms up there. So not directly involved, but indirectly we try to do our part to supporting other people who are doing great job. So just helping them out.
Wonderful. Arth Sangini would love to partner with you to do any sort of job that you want to do in your city or maybe back home here. My question to you about, let's just delve a little bit deeper into the topic of financial literacy. First of all, I want to understand from you, because I know that you have a lot of women involved with you to do the good work that you're doing. How we all know that if they are financially literate, you can take better financial decisions. For, of course, to start your own business. Even if you're doing work for the community, you have to have your hands right on the finances. Do you think that adding a layer of financial literacy to the whole, we are not aware that what kind of US programs are there on the financial literacy. Would you tell us that what is being done in US differently to impart financial literacy to women, or have you come across any program or good practice that you would want to share?
Yeah, so there's different level of there. So I work at city level, then we have a county level, then we have state level, and then we have federal levels up there. So there are different levels up there. City level is basic thing. You make sure the roads are okay, your police is there, fire is there, you get a water. So city job is not that involved in a lot of programs up there. They do have like library up there where we can have programs sometimes up there, but it's more like a volunteer thing up there. Somebody runs it up there. On county level, you have a different thing. So at county level, there are different programs up there. And then same thing, state level and up there. So one of the thing is like in America, a lot of, if there's a government business, a state level or a federal level, they have women business owners up there. There's a small percentage of the business will get either to women or minority groups up there. So they already have opportunities which is reserved for women or reserved for minority groups up there. So yeah, there is thing up there. So yeah, that's one of the common program I heard about it up there. Do the county level, I think they do a lot of different programs up there for women empowerment up there, because there are a lot of challenges up there. When so not exactly, but I think the biggest thing is this one up there. And so that's basically it, because my job is more city level, so I don't know about this thing. But then there are other groups I heard, like I think one of the Nanda's event, only I met a lady, she do the financial literacy and awareness up there. So there are programs up there, and whenever there's opportunity to partner somewhere, we can always partner with them, but not in a city level, but there's county and state and federal levels are there.
Okay. I can see how passionate you are for the work that you do, and now I want to understand the next plans for you. So would it be like what would be the next step for you to make a larger impact or for a bigger audience?
I'm happy what I do. I have no I think, like I said, for me, is the biggest thing is like I want to see our kids to have more bigger role, there is a saying in politics, either you're part of the table or you're part of the menu. So I want more younger kids involved. In fact, one of my friend's daughter, because when I first time ran, story is she was the only person who asked me a question, why are you running? And what are you going to do? And after that meeting is over, she's like, oh, I want to be a congresswoman one day. And then one of my friend's daughter up here, I think girls are more stronger and guys are. And she's like, oh yeah. And she's like, yeah, Uncle Tony. And she, president of her National Honor Society, and she run her own campaigns and stuff. So seeing them grow, seeing them in a position up there and helping them to achieve that goal, that's our goal is. Because I think South Asian community have a lot of things to give, but I feel like we're not represented properly. And because of that, not a lot of things are able to be done. And if you're represented there, then you have a seat in table and you can help them, guide them how we can work together for betterment of the community. So that is my goal up there personally. Other than I'm happy with what I have right now, city role, and I think I'll stick to my city role majority of my life.
Want to quickly understand that having a seat on the table versus being just as a citizen, what is that single most important decision that you've taken that you're very proud of?
Again, so council is made of 7 people, so we always take decision together. So it's not like something I did as and nobody else did it and thought about it up there. But my biggest thing is always been informed and involved. So I always say that, hey, inform people so they get more involved. So focus on that. I'm very proud about it. What I'm proud of being a councilman also helped me to start nonprofits, work with different people, and achieved different goals. So every year during summertime, so a lot of things in the way America works is school provide meals for kids, but during summertime they don't get the meals and stuff. So every year we work with our food bank and donate money so that they can provide the meals for the kids. So doing that is always make me happy and proud about it. And like any other Indian, have a cricket field up here in my small town, it make me very proud too. So, but that's a small part of it. But biggest thing is to helping kids during summertime. I think that make me proud. Yeah.
So Tony, I read about, when I was reading about you, I found that you were very passionate about sports. In a little chat that we had before our conversation, you told us about that you used to play even hockey. And as many Indians are a big fan of cricket, I know that you're passionate about cricket also. So would you be just telling us what you're doing in this particular initiative, Cricket for Cause?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a couple of years back, I got opportunity to build a first cricket field in town of Little M. And I remember when cricket went back and watching in India, cricket bring everybody together. Doesn't make a difference you were rich or poor, doesn't make a difference what religion, what part of India you're from, you all come together to watch it. I seen a CEO of a company to the lowest person paid in a company playing together. And you judge based on your skill set, not based on what money you make. And then people come together, do good things up there. So when we started the cricket thing, I just don't want to be people coming and just playing. I thought, hey, we can do great things. So we started calling our organization called Cricket for a Cause. And the goal of the organization for this, not only promote cricket in the area, but also same time do support good causes up there. So in last, we are 1.5-year-old organization up there, but we have done a couple of backpack drives. We have supported our schools. So in fact, our field is very unique because you need a lot of land. So we got the land from the school, which was given to town. Then we was dedicated to us to play cricket on it. So we are thankful to school. So we do a lot of programs school to help teachers, help students. And this year we started a new program called First Responder Cup. So we want to thank our police and fire people. So we raised $7,000 to them. Then also we did is educate our elected officials, so state level elected officials, say what cricket is, because cricket is not very, very popular up here and it need more space than any other sports up here in the US we play. So we did that. So the goal is to keep playing sports, keep promoting sports, but then help the community to support good causes up there. So yeah, that's kind of passionate project up there. We just signed up another cricket field. It's the second cricket field in the area we're getting. And one of these days goal is to have a cricket stadium nearby where India team play and I can just enjoy.
Oh yeah, because the 2020 World Cup is going to be hosted by Caribbean and US. So I think we hope that one of the match gets played in your stadium, like your city stadium.
Yeah, not 2024, but I'm trust me, I want one day, 2028 or 2030, one day we'll have something. But getting cricket up here and people coming together, that puts smile on our face.
Oh,
So
definitely.
like so we all went to watch cricket final up here, Major League Cricket, so it was pretty fun. So love to have. But the biggest thing is it brings people together. When great people come together, great mind come together, they can help great problems up there. US looks great, but it also have a lot of challenges, and I
Oh.
believe that this country have given a lot of things to a lot of Indian community, and it's our job to give back. So using a cricket as a medium to give back, and that's what we call cricket for a cause, and trying to do our best up here.
His welcoming nature and his giving the comfortable whole comfort to the people who come to the city. So there is a lot he adds to it when it comes to when somebody visits his city. I mean, I would say his city because he has made it like that.
I've
So,
and it's my city. It's like I'm very proud of it and stuff for that. I it really put joy in my fear. Like Nanda knows, if you want to meet me, you have to come up here, go restaurants up here, support my cities and stuff. So it become a proud of it. Like So, but yeah, cricket is it's just fun to watch. Get up in the morning, go watch the game. But biggest thing is because of cricket, we are able to do a lot of different things and help the community. And that when other people see that American community see that, oh, they just don't play sports. They are solving a lot of things in the community. And that puts smile on our face so they can see what I see, the same thing. So, yeah, it's great to have that feeling.
so Tony, born as a South Asian and coming here, getting elected as city councilman, getting a little bit of, I would call it power. You have literally utilized everything for the community, and in all your chats and discussions, you have only been mentioning about bringing community together or giving back to the community. So we are blessed to have you here, first of all, because these two big causes which I came across, Shanu, I want you to know about it. Diwali at the beach, I mean, we spoke a very little about it, but if you want, you can continue your discussion also on that, how it progressed in this last 3 years. This year is third year, but how the journey happened and who are the big or important people got involved from American community, from American powerful organizations, and now Diwali at the beach has become such an iconic festival or initiative by Tony. Is all the people, like starting from the state rep to the governor to everybody, they look forward to this festival which happens Diwali at the beach, and they would want to come. So sometimes it becomes difficult for Tony to manage, but then yeah, people look forward to that at that level too. So yeah, that's such a great initiative he has taken, and 3 years, the kind of progress it has shown. Everybody, even from Texas rep, state rep level, also people like to come forward. They like to come and attend.
Yeah,
And
and that's
the whole motto I see is just to bring all the other diverse group of people and let them know or encourage them and educate them about the Indian culture, which is the biggest one, Diwali.
Yeah, and I think and that's the thing part of the community is just come plus unity. So unity on different communities, that's important. I give example, Babs is like one of the biggest temple place up there, and they went to state capital. So state capital they meet every once a 2 years up there. So during the meeting up there, he said they went to state capital. He met the senator up there, and he was holding a Diwali cup, which Nanda's team made it up there for us. So he was holding a Diwali cup, and the guy's like, "Oh, you know Diwali?" He said, "Yeah, we know Diwali and stuff for that." He said, "Yeah." So my name came up there, but behind that, so he was having a cricket bat and ball, and everybody can see it. So things like that, then knowing our culture a bit more, it's always a great thing because this way. It brings people together. It brings like now people know like, hey, Diwali. People joke over in town. We are a town of 3 fireworks show, and it's people coming together, seeing that. That's the biggest thing for us because we don't want to believe in living inside of. We want everybody to come together and have fun. So yeah, it's always put a smile. But he still have the cups, so it's good.
I would like you to talk, Shanu, a little bit about Arth Sangini also, so that we all know about your. I know that it is active since 4 years, and you have achieved a lot. But in last one year, what we can see the progress of Arth Sangini and the association and the kind of contributions towards the women financial literacy, etc. That is commendable. So, would you like to talk a little about it so that we know more about Arth Sangini?
Sure. So, Tony, how it started was I've been running my own business, which is a accounting software business for last 10 years. Being a woman entrepreneur, I got opportunity. The IIM Indore, which is like Indian Institute of Management, it's kind of Ivy League institute for India, and they reached out to us. They said that we want more women to learn entrepreneurship, and that's why I want a practicing entrepreneur to teach entrepreneurship to MBA students, and not just women, like whoever wants to learn entrepreneurship. So they don't have like a professor for entrepreneurship. They want to have practicing people come there, talk to the students. So I've been teaching there for the last 5-6 years. While I was doing that, he said that the director of IIM Indore, he said that why just students, why can't we teach micro entrepreneurship to women around the IIM? So there's a small town called Rao, another town called Pigdambar. These are all suburbs of Indore, not urban areas. These are the small villages which are around Indore. So we started teaching micro entrepreneurship to the women in these towns, and we witnessed great results. There were women who were, they were just running a small salon, and they're like, now I want to expand the salon, but I don't have the material, or I don't have the chairs, I don't have the place to rent to. So then we kind of did the groundwork for them and got like all these capital in place, and then invested in the capex for their thing. Then we got sewing machines for a lot of women. We taught them tailoring. Of course, they knew a little bit about it, but we made it more customer friendly and more acceptable, the fashion wise. And all these women, they've set up good salons, like boutiques and everything. So the small only the marketing techniques, the sales techniques, and a little bit of financial literacy put together, we could see that we were able to make difference in lives of lots of women. So then we thought that why not formalize it and make a foundation about it, which would work for financial literacy and micro entrepreneurship. So one thing led to other. We've set up sanitary pad units now. We've set up cottage cheese making units now. We've set up incense stick making units. Then we've also set up ball pen making units. So it gives me a lot of pleasure that women, they already know the skill, a little bit of seasoning and peppering, and then the product is out there, and they are all self-sustainable business. So that's our main motto. We give them all these techniques, and then we wait for them to become self-sustainable. We do the hand-holding to them, and once they are self-sustainable, we kind of hope that they motivate other women to do the good work. We've partnered with UNICEF this year on one of their programs called Impact for Nutrition. So a lot of women are making food with Akshay Patra, which is another foundation which works on midday meals. So we're enabling women to cook nutritious meal. We are also partnering with an organization called World of Women in Singapore. So these women are sending work to India, where they have to make kimonos and tote bags and everything, and then they brand it by made in India, made by this particular woman, a little life story about that woman, and those products are being sold in Asian markets. So this is another new cause that we've taken up. So things like these, I love to know that what Little M City is being doing about it, or maybe any other foundations that are doing similar work where we can help. And probably it is a win-win situation for the city, for the foundations there, and for us.
Yeah, no, it's a great initiative. I know it's a lot of challenges to open anything and supporting community up there. So, no, great job, you guys up there. Again, cities-wise up there is worked a little differently. They don't work that way. But the thing is, there's always the non-profit works with non-profit. So we have our non-profit, the other things up there. But like I said, when you talk to other people, you get motivated. I never thought that way helping up there. Like only educate my goddaughter, which I'm very proud about her. And but no, listening to this thing, I think there is always a need up there. Like I said, my mom used to always say that you treat a man good, men have a good job, you have one generation. You treat a woman, you have 4 generations taking care of it. So no, future we'll love to partner together, do something together, or we'll try to see what programs we can come up here, help lift people out. So surely we'll work together. No, great job. It's very
Thank you so much.
nothing easy. So what you're doing is great, and how you're connecting is, trust me, amazing. Because yeah, great thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, collaborating with the other nonprofit organization is something which is a great input he has given, Tony has given. So Akshay Patra, we all know about Akshay Patra, and I think they have presence here also in US, and lot of organization, lot of community people support them too. So yeah, that's how, I mean, we want Arth Sangini to grow more and more, and reach at global level, definitely, and it will happen. It's just the beginning. So yeah. Nice to know about your initiative, Shanu. And then it was a great discussion today. I think there is a lot of takeaway for all of us. And we look forward to see you in the US.
So lovely chatting with you, Tony. I have learned a lot of things, a lot of takeaway for us, just on the working of how you work, how the city works, how the council works. The good decisions that you've taken is one about giving food to children during summertime, which is a very noble thing to do. And the other thing which you've learned, that you have lots of women involved with you in all your initiatives. That makes me, I'm sure, Nanda, very, very happy. You've shared about this program, which I think is one of a big takeaway for us as we are working on implementing or taking first learning and taking new policies from everywhere in the world and documenting them, and then probably do something with them in our city or maybe the state level. But it was a pleasure chatting with you. We want to do more such conversation with you in the near future and be closely associated with your cause.
Yeah, thank you for your time, and you guys are doing an amazing job up there. It's never easy to do anything, starting your own organization, doing it up there. So great job. And I always say that, like, I have a goddaughter. I always say that, hey, women, I heard this saying somewhere, a man can change only one generation, a woman change 4 generations up there. So it's very, very important that women to empower up there. So great job you guys doing up there. So great to be joining up there, and if we can help sometime, please let us know. I'm more than happy to partner with you guys to do our part.